Alright, so number 16 on the January 2020 paper. Next topic up as well is wages and salaries. So a man's annual salary is $45,000. His tax-free allowances is $13,000, meaning he doesn't have to pay tax on that, right? So if you're working, which some of you all may not, right now the tax-free allowance in Trinidad is $72,000. So once you're making less than $6,000 a month, you don't pay taxes on your salary or pay NIS and that kind of stuff. But in different countries it'll be different. So in this country, the man's salary is $45,000, and tax-free allowances mean they can't charge him tax on that. So after minus off my $13,000 there, so all I could pay tax on is $32,000, and the tax they charge me on this $32,000 is 20% of this I have to pay as tax to the government. So I find 20%. So again, it is part of a tax question. I hope you're seeing that the percent sign means puts it out to 100, right? So because we can't use it as the percent sign, times 32,000 over 1. Some zeros will pay off. So 320 by 20, or if I had crossed out the 0 on top here, 3200 by 2. However, work it out, my answer going to be 6400. And just to show you why it's a little difficult to learn off questions. So you see this question here, and you're probably wondering why that 35% at the side, because they asked back this same exact question, and instead of the 20%, they're going to use 35%. So you have to be careful which question you're really revising. So this is the same exact question here, and instead of the 20%, they put in 35%, and you can tell they add this in after. You can see the numbers, the size of the number different. CXC did that to a lot of the questions, so be very careful if you're just going to rehearse the answers. You have to be careful for subtle differences like that as well. So let me look at some more questions on wages and salaries. So a man's taxable income is $20,000. He pays tax at the rate of 28%. So they just tell you his taxable income. In this case, you didn't have to work out what his taxable income was. So this would just be 28% of the amount of money they are allowed to charge him tax on, which they call in his taxable income. They are allowed to charge him tax on that. Again, 2 zeros pay off. 28 by 2 is 56, which is going to be 5,600. Same idea for this next one. Just a different amount. Same idea when you double it for the 20%, 3,680. And this last one, actual wages question, because the rest was salary and tax. A man's basic wage for a 40-hour week is $160. So he's normally work 40 hours a week, and he's normally make $160. But anything you work over that 40 hours, you're going to get paid overtime. So for each hour overtime, they say you're going to get $5 per hour. And they say in a particular week, you work 6.5 hours overtime. So for 6.5 hours, if 1 hour is $5, 6.5 will be 6.5 times 5, and however you want to do it, right? By now you should be able to know how to work this out. So it have different ways. I could change everything to fractions and multiply. However you know how to do it. 6.5 by 5, however you want to work it out. So this is 6 5s 30, and then add it to half of $5. So this is going to be 3,250. Or 6 2s 12 at 1, 13 over 2 times 5 over 1. Nothing here could cancel. 13 5s 65. Half of $65, 3,250. However you know how to do it. So what they want in this question is, what was his total wage for that week? His wage for that week will be the 160 he's normally make plus whatever extra you get in overtime. So I need to combine these two figures here to give him an answer of D, 192.50. Right. So up next, utility bills.